Hello, friends, frogs, and happy people. Welcome to Friday. Yay! Most people, if you're working, some have the weekends off, and that's kind of awesome. If you work for retail, that's not going to happen. If you work for the school system, you have the weekend off. So happy weekend, and that sort of thing. Welcome to Cassie's Corner, and I'm Cassie. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be aware of when I drop a new video. Leave me a comment and like and subscribe, and those will help me fit into YouTube's algorithm, and it will make my channel a little bit more popular. I'm not really worried about the popularism. I'm just worried about helping people. I mean, that's where I'm at with this channel. I really want to help other people to feel better about themselves, to not be so depressed, and I want to be the person to say, hey, you know, it's not nice that you think of yourself in such a negative way, so we're going to think better, and I really want to be that positive influence for everybody. Leave me a comment. I know that it helps the algorithm and that it helps to popularize my channel, but that's not what I need that for. I need that, those are for me. Those are because I have an account of what you feel, what you think, what you I mean, even if you gotta criticize me, I know I'm not the best YouTuber in the world, and I realize there are some things I say that are not true. If you have to contradict me, that's fine. I don't care. You can't hurt me. You can't hurt my feelings. My family, if you look back on some of my older videos, I talk about how my family and I had a strange relationship. It was like, I love them. I'm not gonna steer you wrong. I do love them, and I did have a good childhood. I remember laughing, but you can't hurt my feelings. You really cannot hurt my feelings because I've been through it all. I have too much behind me to look back now and say, hey, you know, that hurt. I need your opinion. I need you to say, you know, you're wrong about this and you're wrong about that, and I need you to say, I really don't feel that way. And I have a few people that are very honest about how they feel in their chats or in their comments. And I like that. I do like that you're able to be comfortable enough with me to say, hey, this isn't happening the way you think it is. Do that for me, because I love that. I absolutely love to be have that other opinion or have that other side of the equation. I'm not a know-all. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a professional anything, but I do want to give you advice, and I do want to be the person that you can run to, even if it's here on YouTube, and say, you know, I'm not feeling good. What do I do? Or look at my old videos and realize that there's a better way to think. There's a better way to go about the approach of depression and the big S word we don't like. I have been there. I have been there so many times. I've been there for a very, very long time, upwards to 10 to 15 years. I was very sad. I didn't address anything but jogging pants and t-shirts, and I didn't put on makeup, and I wouldn't brush my hair, and it wasn't like I was doing this out of attention. I just didn't feel like I had anywhere to go. I didn't feel important enough. I didn't feel I wouldn't go into stores by myself. I wouldn't talk to people. I would be nice. I mean, I remember always being nice and saying thank you and you're welcome and things like that. But if somebody didn't say it back to me or was not nice to me, it would frustrate me, make me cry, and I would think of myself as just the most odd person in the world. I would down myself when people were not nice to me, you know. I was like, well, I just was not worth it. I wasn't, you know, and that's not what it is. It's just people are rude, naturally, these days, and they get to where they don't care about anybody but themselves, and you kind of have to be aware of how you control your thinking, because it can be the be-all and end-all. You know what I mean? It could just be everything that you think. They may not even realize that they were rude to you. They just were going about their business. They didn't do it on purpose, or sometimes they do it on purpose. You never know. You never know. But it's the way you control your thinking. It's what you think. It's how you analyze the situation that makes it make you more depressed. So there is where I am on this channel. I'm glad you're here. I am so glad you've joined in. If you are watching, if you're new here, I am Cassie. This is what I call my little YouTube corner, and I don't mind being in the corner because I'm not one of the, I'm a shy type person, and I'm one of those people that sit in the corner and watch and observe and see things that I probably shouldn't see. But I'm there in my corner, and this way you can join me. You know where to go, to my corner. I'm going to my corner. What else did I have to say? Oh my gosh, there was so much. There was so much I had to say. But I do enjoy you being here. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave me comments, all those things. Not just for popularity, but because I do need to know what you are thinking. If my background is a mess and it's too much, just tell me. You know, I will. I'm not saying I will do anything about it, but I do need to know. I do need to know. Now we are on January 9th. This is a Friday. And we are on the 9th entry of our Daily Stoic. And this is the book. And it talks about a philosophy that most of the Roman empires dealt with in the ancient times. Ancient Romans, ancient Greeks, things of that nature. And we're dealing with Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. I really think Marcus Aurelius was just a really, really smart individual. I love to hear some of the things or to read some of the things he had to say. Look, I found this on YouTube, Amazon YouTube. I thought that was a really good page holder. Isn't that cute? That's I'm a kind of Victorian type person, a shabby chic kind of person, but I found that and I was like, hey, that's right up my alley. I need that. So that's on Amazon. I can't remember how much I paid for it. I think 12, maybe 10, whatever. But that's what that is. This is a page holder for me. What we control and what we don't. Some things are in our control where others are not. Duh. We control our opinion, choice, desire, aversion, and in a word, everything of our own doing. Yes, we do. We don't control our body, property, reputation, position, and in a word, everything not of our own doing. Now, position or reputation, if you're at work, that is something you can control because you do work your hardest and make sure that you are a good worker and that you work with a good heart. In mind, with kindness in mind. As far as people talk about, you can't control what people say about you. You can't control, and it's really none of your business what anybody thinks about you. It took me forever to find that out. Even though I'd heard it so many times, it's none of your business what people think about you. Don't worry about that because it's just a thought in their head. And even though they may be, repeating it or whatever, it doesn't make it true. You know who you are. Don't worry about all that business about reputation and crap. Somebody said that to me a few years ago, something about your reputation is ruined. And I'm like, not even in high school did I worry about my reputation. So why am I worried about it now? That's something that's juvenile. That's like 14-year-old stuff. I don't care about my reputation. That's not, I know I'm a hard worker. I know I'm a good person. So let them think what they gotta think. If that makes them sleep at night, go ahead. Good, because I'm not losing sleep over it. Even more, the things in our control and are by nature free, unhindered, and unobstructed, while those not in our control are weak, slavish, can be hindered, and not on our own. And that was Epictetus, maybe? Today, you won't control the external events that happen. Is that scary? A little, but it's balanced when we see that we can control our opinion about those events. Ta-da! You decide whether they're good or bad, whether they're fair or unfair. You don't control the situation, but you control what you think about it. See how that works? Every single thing that is outside your control, the outside world, other people, luck, karma, or whatever, still presents a corresponding error that is in your control. This alone gives us plenty to manage, plenty of power. Best of all, an honest understanding of what is within our control provides real clarity about the world. All we have is our own mind. Remember that today, when you are trying to extend your reach outward, that it's much better and more appropriately directed inward. Da da da. And this is why I'm like, what we control in our thoughts is like somebody can hurt your feelings with something they said, and they may not have ever meant it the way you are directing it. They may not have ever, what was said was probably not even a slash at you, just in general. And you're taking it very personally and being mad at the person that said it. We can't do that. We have to think about all the, as much as our brain thinks, and it does think, especially if you're depressed and you're insecure and you're in your own thoughts, kind of a loner, kind of by yourself. Our brain goes 99 miles an hour. And we think the worst thing about everything. We think about everything. The part of that is sad is that we don't take the situation and conjugate it in different ways. We're always taking it as a bad way, but we're not reversing the situation and being like, okay, what does that person really mean? Was it directed at me? Was it meant to harm me? Was it, or was it just a generalized statement? Was it, we don't do that. We always think the worst. And that is so wrong, because we always direct it to us. We always make it personal. And we shouldn't. We really shouldn't. If we stop taking so many things personally, you know what? We won't be in the situation we're in. We won't be as depressed as we feel. It took me forever also to think that way. So that's why I'm like, what you say can't hurt me, because it's your opinion. And until you know me, it's not always going to be about me. You don't know me. I don't know you. But I do not want you to feel sad. I do not want you to be depressed. I do not want you to ever think so low about yourself that you can't get up out of bed, or that you can't laugh, or that you can't smile, you can't find any joy. Joy is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. It is very broad. It is very concrete. It is very, it is everything. It is everything to get up and want to wake up in the morning and to know that nothing's going to get in your way. It is beautiful. It is absolutely the most attractive thing I have ever heard. I know that if you're a Meghan and Harry watcher, you hear Meghan say the word joy, and I laugh at her because she is anything but joy. And I don't like to talk bad about people. I really don't. It is not nice. It is not nice. And for a while, I was trying to be like a Meghan and Harry hater. I do not like them. I do not like their attitudes. I do not like their outcome, the way that they've controlled their lives. But what they do is really none of my business. And I just cannot be the person bashing other people on this channel. I really want to be an uplifting, positive person for anybody that is depressive or anxious or with big S thoughts. Big, not like big but thoughts. Big, the big S. The S. The big S thoughts. I don't like that. I think we should do more as humanity for people that suffer that kind of affliction. But I'm not in Congress, and I really can't I can only give my opinion. I am not, I can't do anything about that. I'm not that person. I can give you thoughts. I can't give you that. So, let me take a breath. Sorry. Today is a beautiful day. You have to think that every day when you wake up. Today is a beautiful day. If you make yourself say that every day when you wake up, today is a beautiful day. You have no idea how much joy you'll have the rest of the day. And don't let the small stuff sweat. Don't let it get to you. Don't sweat the small stuff. I know you hear that and you're like, all the small stuff is what triggers me. Stop it. If someone calls you a silly person, I have to learn. I am a silly person. I am weird. Let somebody call me weird. I don't care. It's nice. It's fine. If I'm weird, I'm one of a kind. Duh. So there. Say something else. We can do this all day. And don't let all that past. You can control that. You can control what you think. The past, the future, the present. It's best to stay in the present because sometimes I can be driving down the road and I'll be thinking about the past, and then I'm like, okay, where am I going? What have I been doing for the last couple of years? See what I mean? I can be goofy. I don't care. I don't care. But I do hope all of you have a good day. I'm glad you found my channel. If you're new here, everybody's welcome here. Everybody. I'll say things sometimes that you don't agree with. Again, you don't have to be rude. But if you are rude, that's fine. I can deal with it because you can't hurt me. My family's hurt me quite enough. And that I'm serious. Again, look at my past videos. Look at some of my past videos. My microphone does not want to stay up. And it's okay. But me and this microphone's about to go. We're about to go one-on-one. I think there's a slip, a rubber thing missing out of it, I think, when I was taking it apart. It's alright though. So does anyone have plans for the weekend? Are y'all doing any shopping? Not like, I know Christmas was just over and you don't have any one to get Christmas for. You probably want to save up your money. Is anybody going out? Are they going, you know what I want to do? I want to go like hiking somewhere. I want to go to a park. However, it might be cold this weekend. I'm hoping it's a little colder so I can get out there and help with my garden. And we own the property next to us. And there's a trailer over there that I've got to go through. And probably start some kind of yard sale. But I know it won't be in the spring when I start the yard sale. It can't be in the summer because I get hives too easily. I could be outside and the pollen can fall and I'll get hives. I have to be careful with what I'm doing. I mean, it's like I used to be able to lay out in the sun and get a tan, and I tan really well. But I haven't been able to do that. Not like I need to. I mean, I'm like older now. It's not that kind of thing. But you can't just go outside and garden and deal with your plants or anything while the pollen's falling because you're allergic to everything. Not fun. Not a fun thing. So, with that, I think I will work in my garden. I will work in trying to get my trailer next door situated. And figure out what we want to do with it. I really want to just put my office over there. And I asked my husband about that, and he kind of made a derogatory remark about me being selfish. I was like, look, I tried to get you to put your office over there. You would have so much room if you put your office over there. But he's not willing to, I don't think he's willing to move the furniture over there. I just think it would be easier, because my desk would be over there. Everything would be over there. The only thing is it doesn't have internet in that area, in the house. But my exercise equipment, I wouldn't have to go to the gym. I could just walk next door and just go right there. But I can't tell him anything. Y'all have a wonderful day. Find that great big belly laugh. Belly laughs. Laughter is medicine. Is medicine for everything. You have medicine. You're not taking it. What's your problem? Find something to laugh at. Laughing is Laughing is crucial. Laughing is medicine, whether you like it or not. Laugh. I have funny stories. I really do. I just haven't been able to tell them on here because they're just like, for one, I don't know how to start the conversation. Two, I don't know if it'd be funny if I told it. It was funny when I was there. Find that gravy brother. Find somebody you appreciate. Even if it's just a janitor, just a small time, maid in a hotel room or whatever. If it's a Walmart worker, if it's just somebody, anybody, just find somebody that is doing a great job and make sure you tell them that kindness will end up being a habit, and that kindness will jolt you into being kind every day. Find somebody every day to find that you appreciate. And that kindness, that kind of cheer will be addictive. Trust me. I'm always complimenting people, and it's not an empty. I really like their shirt. I really like the way they do their hair. There was a young teenage girl that had like blue hair yesterday when she was working at Walmart, and it was like a vibrant blue. I wouldn't even think of coloring my hair that way. It wasn't turquoise, it was blue. And I was like, hey, I like your hair. I made her smile, but it was true. I did like her hair. I mean, it's not something I would do, but I did like her hair. So, it can't be, it has to come from the heart. If you like somebody's shirt, hey, I like that shirt. I never would have thought to pair it with what you're wearing. You think, come on, people. The kindness will very much become addictive. You will you can control that. That is a part of you that you can control. How people act towards you after you say it is another situation. But there's that. Find somebody you appreciate. Find that great big belly laugh. Laugh one time a day, just once. Find something, even if it's something you did, something you're thinking to yourself, hey, this chick on this channel is a crazy lunatic. I don't care. Laugh at me. I've had worse. I've had worse. I really have. You can't hurt me. And I do have, the weather has reached you in a situation that that is desirable to you. If it's raining, if you like sunshine. I have a son, my oldest son. He loves the rain. He loves it when it's raining. It's just absolutely beautiful to him. And that kind of tickled me because I've never known anybody that loved the rain. And he did. All growing up, even now, he loves the rain. He loves the smell of the rain. I've never found anybody like that. And I've gotten to where, being around him, I've appreciated rain a little bit more. There are no flowers without rain. Did you ever think about that? You cry a couple of tears, you make a little flower. You know what I mean? You got to have them both. Kind of balance it yourself in that way. Okay, I'm going to smile right now, and I'm going to cry over here. I'm going to smile right now, and I'm going to cry over here. And you can control what you think. You can control what's up here. You can control every, the way you act towards certain situations. Was it meant to hurt you? Was it truly directed at you? Or are you just taking it personal because this is what is on your mind? So, we've got a lot to learn. We've got, a big book to go ahead. And again, I may come on and I may record something else that maybe is on my mind. I just haven't done it yet. I've come quite close to doing it the last couple of nights, but I haven't done it. Maybe. Y'all have a good day. I mean, just have the absolute most beautiful day. Control your thoughts. Control your laughter. Control your happiness. You can do that. I know you can. If I can do it, you can do it. And that's not bragging. That is not bragging, but I am nobody. I am absolutely nobody. And like I said, I did lay in a bed for 10, 15 years. I did think the worst of myself. The worst. I was in a very, very, very dark hole. I'd never thought about the big S word because I will not allow my children to catch me in that situation. But I was dark enough. I was really dark enough. I did not want to be here anymore at all. So, with that being said, I will let you to it. Y'all have a pleasant day. Have the best, beautiful day you can. And I will see y'all next time. I promise. Bye-bye. Dun, 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 dun.